welcome everybody to this Saturday edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with Juquarry Armstrong and Damon Armstrong going to be joining us a little later. Today's guest on this first, this might be the second Saturday. I'm not sure, but this is momentum because this after eating Turkey Day. That was the national holiday right there because you don't want to get into you know what those settlers used to depict as Thanksgiving because it's a little deep, man. Learned this as a
Oh yeah.
little boy. Learned as a little boy, but I got on. I was on the get along, go along crowd. Throughout the years. You
Hmm.
feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we got special guests today. We'll talk about that in a second. Special guests today, Keith Barnes and Corey Thompson. Uh, Zachary Williams should be joining us a little later. You know what I mean? And Damon definitely gonna be joining us. But hey, listen, this is a Strong Perspective podcast. We promote conversation. We promote as much as possible, just communication with one another. The key thing with communication is to be able to open up. You know what I mean? It's cool that you can get other people to open up, but communication to me is a two-way street. That's what it is. I think that really and truly takes it further because we're not built to be analysts. You know what I mean? Psychiatrists, psychiatrists, sociologists or whatever. No, what we do is we exchange information with one another. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Let me know if you think it's differently, but that's how I feel. Today's subject is out here, lack of a better word, dating amongst single men, right? And what I tried to do, and my brothers tried to do, was to get a wide perspective, wide spectrum of guys. So we have older gentlemen, we got younger gentlemen coming on. We had two, but the one young man, he wasn't able to make it. So hopefully, when the Zach comes into the situation, we can also make it possible. But with that being said, please go to our YouTube channel, go to Strong Perspective Podcast, like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? And check out our content. Make sure you share it with other people, even if you got to chop it up a little bit.
Hit that button.
Yeah, hit the button, please. Hit the button. Okay, Juquarry, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I was just sitting here thinking about, you mentioned in the holidays and everything, and I'm getting into the reasons of why we celebrate it. Like as kids, see, we don't give a shit if we celebrating pagan gods. We just getting candy. It's fucking Halloween. Or Christmas. We don't care that we condoning a B and E. We getting presents and shit. Like the underlying the origins of shit, man. Is sometimes, man. It's just it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind, man. But things have come into common practice, man, that we don't even question, and it's got this definite meanings to it, man. Not always
Oh,
good.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Corey, how you doing today, sir?
I'm excellent, man. I can complain, but nobody's listening.
Look, nobody's listening to who you care about, right? You know what I'm saying? Look, Keith Barnes, how are you today, sir?
Man, I'm doing fabulous as always. Stomach full. I'm relaxed, sitting in a comfortable chair in the heat. I'm doing good.
Okay, okay, cool. Look, I referred to just to follow up on. I referred to the Thanksgiving holiday. Um, Depending on what story you want to believe, but the first story I heard as a young man was the Pilgrims, the Mayflowers, the Indians came because the Pilgrims were starving, right, and brought them food and got them through the winter, right. And then the other one was a little darker, where that happened, but it happened by accident. They heard that they finally that the Pilgrims were finally able to actually grow some shit, right? So in celebration, they were shooting their muskets in the air. So the local tribesmen and chiefs went to go investigate it and saw him sitting there eating, right? And said, you know what? It was kind of, sort of like a standoff, and then it was friendly, and then they like, you know what? Hey, we'll stay. We're gonna stay and we're gonna get a grub with y'all, right? But then that was the act. They said that actually happened, but it was by accident. But then they said the Thanksgiving part came was when they were trying to take the land and they were slaughtering the tribe. So every time they pushed a tribe off their land and took possession of it, they had a feast for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
So it depends on what you believe, and how you want to believe it. You feel me? So what I want to do, just before we get into our subject, why don't we just go ahead and chime into it, because it is a good spirit in it. And we'll start with you, Keith. What are you thankful for at the age that you are now?
The number one thing I'm thankful for is my health and mental state. I got
Okay.
I'm in good, in my opinion, I'm in good mental health and physical health too. And I'm thankful for the wisdom that I've been blessed and allowed to acquire, because I've always struggled coming up. I was always like the last person to find out the obvious and stuff like that. So
Mm.
so that's my biggest thing. Most thing I'm thankful for is, like I said, my health, family, friends, knowing exactly who they are, and just overall wisdom
Okay.
and peace of mind, man. I, I hadn't felt good peace of mind, and I can't even tell you when. So that's kind of where I am now.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, shit.
That's my fault, man. I had to. So did y'all go? Did you pick somebody?
No, not yet. But I could go next.
Okay.
I mean, you know what? Truthfully, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the hardships, man. I'm thankful for a little bit of the sorrow that I had to face throughout my whole entire life, because it got me to this point.
mhm.
And as assess things, from back then to today, I ain't sitting in a bad spot, man. So
Mhm.
you know, taking the good with the bad and growing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm thankful for, man.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Corey.
Oh, thankful for great for weed and today.
Said weed in today. In
Yeah,
that order. In
yeah,
that order.
yeah.
That's
Or
the same.
today and weed, like either one of those two. But those are two things I'm thankful for at this particular moment.
Okay.
You know me, big dog. 'Cause I'm gonna try
Well,
to
man.
keep it as simple as possible, but
Okay.
not
Well.
be too mushy. But
Okay. Well, Corey.
I love what the brother said though. I couldn't follow that. I was like weed and today.
Hey, Corey. I got to walk down this little road with you for a minute. So, tell me about weed. What does weed do for you, my brother?
Oh, it's the PTSD thing, man. You guys remember Ricky Williams, right? And Ricky
Mhm.
Williams was in the league.
Yeah.
Um, Me and other I'm a weed advocate, of course, but weed has helped me with my PTSD from when I was a child, but also when I was in the military. That helps
Okay.
me live a balanced life, mindfulness, like Keith said, and grateful, like your brother said, for my past. So I'm able to use those two and bring them together with weed because it slows me down enough to actually to see it. enjoy it and then like learn from it. Because the PTSD is like therapy; it don't go nowhere. Like that shit's there for the rest of your life.
Uh-huh.
So you can. It's not a band aid like thing. So
All right.
weed for me gives me that focus. So I smoke sativa during the day and indica at night. Indica is the more sleepier part, and the sativa is the more like limitless. Bradley Cooper shit.
And you see what the old head did for the youngins, man. He let you know what to do during the day and what to do at night. That's good stuff.
Yeah. Pun intended. He ain't just blowing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I say that I asked that question about just chiming in on the being thankful, right? I'm thankful, and it sort of has something to do with what Juquarry said. The things, the letdowns that we go through. I can honestly say what it did for me is it taught me how to love.
Yeah, yeah.
Taught me how
Same
to love
here. Yeah,
in
same
every
here.
in every in every category when it comes to just interacting with people, right? And the things that I do, and even the food that I it those things taught me how to love, man. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? You know, um, that's what I'm thankful for. So what I'm trying to do is because Zach, at the same time, I'm on my phone because I'm out of town on the road, basically. But Zach is trying to chime in, and I'm trying to get him straightened out. So Jaquari, just in the meantime, when you see me, my camera shut off. I'm trying to deal with him. But let's do this. Never mind. Here he is.
I'm guessing when you said love, you meant like in spite of.
Yeah, yeah. Zach, what's going on, man?
What's
what's
up? What's up? Big
what's
Welcome,
going
cuz.
on,
welcome,
cuz?
sir. Welcome.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Blessed and highly
what's going
favored.
on?
Watching these Ohio State cats getting smacked.
Are they getting smacked, man?
Nah, not yet, but it's
Okay,
coming.
They hanging in
okay.
there.
They
Yeah,
hanging
yeah.
in.
Hey,
But they
listen, Zach, this is Corey Thompson, real good brother, and this is Keith Barnes.
nice to meet you, Zach.
Nice to
This,
meet
this,
Same
you.
here.
this is one of the young men I was telling you guys about that I wanted to come in and chime in on the subject we had tonight. So, hey, other than that, Zach, just to catch you up to speed, just let us know because of the holiday, what are you thankful for?
Oh man, I'm thankful to be alive. You know, I'm
Okay,
I'm I'm thankful for the energy to get up and move around and make money, take care of my family, love my family every day. I'm thankful to be alive. You know.
that's great, man. Look, all you guys said something very, very powerful today, man. You know what I mean? And look, everything about it, every answer had to do with love. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yep.
paid attention to it, every answer had to do with love. What you love, who you love, and where and how you love. So that's great, man. That's great. But look, I said earlier, Zach, that what we're trying to do is because we had one of these for the old heads. So, these two gentlemen was on earlier in the year talking about being bachelors at their age because nobody really, all these podcasts and different forums, nobody really brings in the older guys. All they talk about is, Mr. Willie, the trick master. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tricking on them dollars, got the little young girls. You feel what I'm saying? So what
Man.
we did on that episode was we tried to have a conversation about how they saw things. Because nobody ever asked them how they saw things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what you do is you're here. We had another young man, but he had other engagements. But what you're here to do, along with these two gentlemen, is tell us what you see. You know what I'm saying? Tell us what you see, and you can look. We're not looking for if you say something exciting, that's cool. But we're not looking for you to try to impress us. What we want you to do is just tell us earnestly, and you're that type of guy. I know Corey and Keith are too. Tell us earnestly how you see things. And y'all notice I'm saying the key word is see.
Yes,
You know, because
I like that, Big Dog.
you can come from a place of pain, and we're respecting, and this is what you want to talk about. That's cool, right? But also we want to hear what you see, what you observe, You feel me? So let's do this. We'll start with you, Keith, with this question.
Okay.
As far as the variety of women, and you can start off with this: what type of woman you want, age, and economic, whatever you want to volunteer, right? But
Okay.
what is the positive that you see in today's woman? And then you can talk a little bit about the negative. Everybody
Okay.
understand the question?
Okay. So start with like the age. Okay. My
Yeah, look, if you want to tell us you're a player, look, go play on, player, talk to us though. So we'll understand your view and what you see.
okay. With me it's unique because the age range is kind of broad. It's I'll go back now to maybe late 30s, late 30s up to maybe early 60, maybe 60 or something like 60s, early 60s. But what I'm saying, what makes it so unique is that I don't have children. I'll be 57 next month. I don't have children, and so my lifestyle, I can move around. I'm free to do things. I'm flexible. So I would like to have someone that's like that too. In the past, I've had a history of dating people that had family, women that had families, so we couldn't do certain things because they just weren't in a position to do it. I like women that are genuine. I want them to be genuine. Uh, I'm a big turnoff for me is the trying stuff or doing stuff to see what you can get away with and manipulate me or stuff like that. That kills it quick for me. So I like someone genuine and that attractive, of course. But I mean, you don't have to be a supermodel or anything. But just someone that's attractive that can keeps themselves up. That's someone that can carry on the conversation. Is intellectual, uh, and someone that has some ambition about themselves. They have
Let me interrupt you for a minute. All right.
uh-huh,
Now you know you're on a podcast with me.
right.
We've been friends for 20 years, man. You don't
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead with that bland. Tell us what you see, bro. I'm not trying to start nothing, but come on
yeah.
now. We've
Oh
been
yeah, I was
friends for
moving
a
to
long
that.
time. Okay,
Oh yeah.
move to it, bro. Cause I want to hear it. Cause
Oh, what I'm saying.
I'm giving you
That's my
guys a
guy.
platform just to talk it out. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Okay, okay. Yeah. What I'm seeing. Well, I see hustlers. Uh,
Okay. Good. Hey,
I'll just
good
tell
point.
you.
Good point.
Yeah, I see hustlers. They in it. They look grading you. They want to see what. I mean, what do you have? What you got going on? Um, how can you benefit me? Um, are you abusive? Are you? Do you rent? Do you own? I've been asked these questions. I'm sitting down. We had a conversation. We ain't 10 minutes deep in the conversation. I said, you paying rent or you got a mortgage? You buying or renting? And you know, that questions like that used to kind of catch me off guard, and I'm like, dang, what's my name?
Keith, can I ask you a
But how do
question
you,
though?
what's that?
What's the age bracket when you get that right there? What
That's the thing,
Good,
age?
man.
good question. Good question.
The younger ones, they're definitely gonna ask you that. That
Yeah,
age,
yeah,
like
yeah,
in 30s and 40s, the 40s, they really gonna ask you that.
yeah,
The older women, well, hell, they ask you that too. They want to
yeah,
know
yeah,
like where you live and where they want to know like where you live, and you know, are you retired or
yeah,
they'll ask you that. The younger ones don't ask you that,
yeah.
but the ones around my age, they'll ask, you know, you retired and yeah, okay, but what you got going
I,
on?
I ask because it's almost like a view. Like, you know what I'm saying? The younger ones are looking the party situation. The older ones are looking like, because I'm in the sort of the same boat like you. The older ones are looking for the stability. But like
Right.
in both of them, I feel like just like with men as well. Let me say that at the beginning. It's usually a self-esteem issue.
Yeah, and see the younger ones, they want to make sure they can have a good time with you, and you can finance. Y'all say finance, but you can
Yeah,
support, have the security. You a good safety net, or you a
yeah,
good safety net for me.
yeah,
That's what I run into. But that traditional love stuff they have on the soap operas and stuff, yeah, you know, I haven't seen that.
yeah.
No, no, it's no
I
such thing, bro.
mean,
No such. Zach, Corey, I want to come to you after Zach. Zach,
we
I'm
can raise
very
a
curious
family
about.
and all this.
I'm very curious of what you see, Zach, being a younger man.
What I see out here,
Yes, sir.
I
No,
see.
no, hold. Before you answer, do you got a girlfriend, man? Because I don't want you to get in trouble out here, dog.
Nah.
All right. Well, all right. We ready then. Go ahead.
What I see, I see OnlyFans models, strippers, and girls cheating on their boyfriends. That's, that's all I see out here.
Is
And
that
do
me? Or is
do you
everybody still
think
there?
do you think
You guys.
uh,
Oh.
do you think it's the places that you look, Zach, or you think it's all over?
I think that's what I'm choosing.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you doing it on purpose?
I'm glad you asked that, big dog.
Hey, hey, Zach, I respect that, brother. I do.
I took money line. I took Michigan money line. Yep. But
Hey, Cor- yeah, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
them the ones that's flexible. You know, they got free time. They can do whatever. They can do whatever.
I feel that.
And they got money.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, but you know, and I'm laughing about it though. That's real though, because I think the young men are like that now too, where they just like you said, Steve, you said it. You're looking for somebody that's flexible. I think the young men and women, that's all they're looking for now too. I think that's why they want your resume before you do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Corey. So what you think, brother?
No, I see some of the same things out here, but I choose to put myself in environments that are healthier for me to pick from a batch that doesn't have to or be chosen from a batch that doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? And you know me, big dog, I'm gonna say first and foremost, therapy. If a broad is going to therapy, she's the best candidate for you. But she's gonna get you to go. Because once again, neither person might not be stable in the mind state and in the diet area. So they might be, you know what I mean? That's why we select all the different shit. So but like I said, I didn't want to take it all like super serious, but yeah, I see everything. Like Keith said, the hustlers out here. What's funny is I like all of them. I just need you to be honest.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Genuine. Yep.
I think Juquarry, so you and I being married, so we have to be careful with what we say. So what is
I
your
don't know.
opinion about it?
I think, man, everybody's fairy tale notion of what they believe a relationship is to be, man, is just that. It's a fairy tale, man. I mean,
Exactly.
adjustments have to be made. Shit. I mean, you try on a pair of shoes, it might fit you nice the first time, but you go back the second time, and some bitches it might be something off on them. Some bitches. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't you mm, just realistically, man. I mean, depending on the person's motivation,
Mm,
hell, I wouldn't if I was out there. I wouldn't necessarily mind having conversations with a woman about her securing her future. You know what I
mm,
mean? If that was the correct space for the conversation to be had, but not on the second or third meeting. I mean, like goddamn, we talking about money. The most money I want to talk about is the check in the room.
Exactly.
Like goddamn.
Yeah.
It's
I ain't got it, honey. I mean, I don't know what your expenses is, but I like nice shit, and I make just enough money to cover my nice shit.
That's it.
no doubt. And so Zach, let me ask you this question. You prefer this flexibility because of the way you moving as far as, how you make your money and just how much time you got to spare.
Oh, I
We
think he feel
lost.
it. We lost him. Yeah.
Um, hey,
Let me
hold
ask
on.
you, Joe. Let me ask a question real quick, Keith. Just. Just. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keith.
Hey, no, go ahead. Ask the question, Jaquan.
Just out of curiosity, man. If we could all, if y'all three could take a second to answer this question, man. When you first meet a female, man, do you put her in the category of this is just somebody I'm trying to run around with for a minute, or and this is somebody I can think of in the long term, or do you treat everybody like they're gonna be the one?
Nah, I'm just hoping that you're gonna be cool. That's it for me. Like, are you cool enough? This and the other. A friend of mine asked me a long time ago when I was younger. She was like, "Cool, can you be friends with a woman?" And I was super young at the time, and nobody had never asked me that, but I had never thought about it either. And from the answer was for me that I couldn't. So I was always thinking of this transactional thing. It's gonna be a piece of ass. She's gonna be my girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to actually think in that manner. So thanks for asking that.
See,
What
even
about
that,
you?
man, even that's always been wild to me, man, because the friend zone, fuck it, I enjoy the friend zone, man, because
Yeah. Yeah.
there's always workarounds, man.
We might
There's
not fuck in
all
the first week or month, but we might be 2, 3 years later. Shit. You know?
we might we
And
might
I
not
don't
have,
know you.
yeah, we might not have fucked at all, but I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that you gonna put
I get it.
you gonna put my beard in for me.
Yeah.
Oh, as far and just and sticking to your line of questioning, Keith,
Yeah.
do you ever are you now the age that you are right now? Is it every time you contact with a woman that you're interested in? Is it for long term purposes or is it just for fun and play?
It's for long term purposes, the short answer. But I'm open. I try to stay open minded. I don't go in thinking, okay, yeah, I'm trying to find a wife or something like that. I'm just open minded because I want to be clear. I want to hear. I don't want to be. I have a habit of if I go in and say I'm looking for a wife, I'll start looking for
Yeah.
specific things. But I try to, and I'll miss some of the other stuff, the red flags or whatever, because I'm looking for specific things. So
Hmm.
I have to go in open minded. But the short answer to your question is, yeah, I'm looking for something permanent, like a wife. Or
Okay. Zach, what about yourself? I think we kind of know your answer to this, but when you meet a girl that you're interested in, are you looking at it long term or is it just temporary?
I'm just trying to see what type of chick she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I gotta put some money into it or not.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
we're gonna figure out if it's gonna be long term or not. How much
So
I gotta spend.
so what are the things you're looking for if you want as far as putting some money into it? I mean, because I'm sure when you're talking to her, she meets the physical, test, pretty face, banging body or whatever. But is there anything else that you're looking for?
I'm looking for. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if she broke or not. I'm trying to see if she can buy me something.
Okay.
I try to see, if she got good credit. See if we try to get some money off her. See if she try
Gotcha.
to, if she try
Gotcha.
to do something.
Hey, look,
That's
go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say that's good. That's some of the things I'd be missing.
The world will have you to believe that it don't matter, man.
And,
Yeah,
and, and it does matter. It does
it
matter.
does.
That's true.
It absolutely does. It
All right.
absolutely
Let,
does.
let me let me just say this. And Keith, if you have something else to chime into, was it Keith or Corey who needed to answer that? It was
It
Keith.
was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. What I was gonna say. All I was gonna add to it was that you're gonna see to simplify it. Can she take care of herself? If you
Okay.
can't take care of your damn self, what you gonna you can't help me. You can't do anything if you
Okay.
grown and you can't take care of yourself. Because forget what I can bring to the table. Forget what you can bring to the table. You can't bring shit to the table to take care of yourself. That's that's a problem.
I
That's a
mean,
child.
but when we think like when it all boils down to, man, if you want to keep it in the financial realm, man, I mean, what 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 other motivation does a woman have to get with a dude outside of what he can do for
Oh no, no.
Security,
Yeah, what I
love.
was saying was like just life skills itself. If she hasn't put herself in the position to where she can just basically, I'm not even talking about her. If she
I,
basically got her stuff together where she's managing and she's fine, I can work with it. How much money she make, that comes and goes. I'm not. That's not a
So
really big deal, because
so
I
is
can.
it a test? Is it a test that you're doing it for, or you feel like this is real life? Like, you know, uh, couple brothers like, well, look, I want to see if she can buy me something and doing this, right? And there's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that, but is that a test to make you make a decision whether or not you want to start over or not?
yeah.
I think
And
it
well,
goes back to what Keith said. I mean, what Juquarry said. I'm interested. Can you actually make yourself some food? If you can
yeah,
do that, wash your clothes. I think that's what Keith
yeah,
was actually saying. Then I'm with you regardless of what you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or what the situation is. But if you can't
yeah,
do none of that, and I got to do that all the time, if I fuck around and get sick, we ain't gonna eat tonight.
yeah. I mean, I think I sent out a thing where it was funny. I sent a little skit. I think I did send it to you, Keith, where this guy went over to this girl's house and he went in and looked around, and the house had clothes all over the floor and stuff. And he said, "What you make me take my damn shoes off for?" He come in here. This house bad as hell. So, so,
this shit is
so that
totally unnecessary
so that
too.
kind of stuff, man.
As a matter
I
of fact,
walk in, you can't wash dishes. Ain't nobody in the house but
yeah,
you.
I'm mad because my socks is dirty, motherfucker. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
All right, man.
yeah. I need to put my shoes back on to come in here.
I gotta take them off to get in my goddamn car. You nasty
Hey,
fuck.
Yeah,
you want to
exactly.
know what's so funny about it is all of us laughed at it because all of us been in that situation one time or
Oh my
another.
Yeah,
god.
But we
Oh
never
my
said
god.
it. See, guys
Look
don't
at
say
Keith.
nothing about it.
yeah.
Guys don't say nothing.
Hey,
You
hey,
know what
Keith.
I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
funniest
I've been in
though.
there many a times.
Yeah, the funniest thing is, shit, we done all been in them houses and laid down in them motherfuckers for a little while.
Yeah,
That's the funny thing.
yeah.
Shit.
And you
Down
know why?
there.
Look, you say, look, I can at least do this for one time. Shit.
Yeah, man.
Now,
Like,
I done tried too hard to get over here. You know
I
what
done
I mean?
got, yeah, I done got to this point. You know, I got a name in the street. I got to protect. Fuck this shit.
Hey, hey, look, Taylor, you laying in the bed with socks on. You laying like that's different. I'm gonna keep my socks on.
Anytime,
Like you're in the middle of a damn porno.
Exactly.
anytime you gotta
Okay,
have,
man.
anytime you gotta have a broad lay a towel down before you lay down.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
So
But I reiterate, men don't say nothing to these women directly. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because what they trying to do is, well, I accomplished exactly what I was trying to accomplish. You know what
I'm
I'm
trying
saying?
to hit. I don't care what your
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get my key in the door and then fuck up the lock. I'm not gonna do that.
yeah.
Yeah. That is crazy, man.
no, you hit her, especially if the night, and I'm speculating when I say this, but especially if the night went well and she hit you up like, yo, you want to come over again? Nah, you catch an Uber to the house. Come on.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll send an Uber.
Yeah.
Get creative. Nah, I just want to kill in the car right now.
I'm saying. Hey. No, why don't you come on in? But shake your jacket and shit off at the door first, baby.
Yeah, that.
Oh man.
Look,
I remember James Lang, strong though. James Lang. I told him one time we would come out of the house. We actually doing a call. Then we were leaving out, and I was like, man. I said, I feel like I need to wipe my damn feet to go outside.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Dang.
But you know, this is a lot of things that guys don't really say. You know what I mean? But the woman, shit, that's the first thing she gonna like, yo, hold on, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, but that's the thing. Okay, now let me ask you this question. Is the expectation, even though we heard Zach and Keith kind of allude that they, you know, right now they have a checklist on all this, right? But is a woman's expectation, and I'm speaking from the social media view of it, is her expectation for black men in our community unreasonable to you guys? And if it is, why? So we'll start with you, Corey.
It's only unreasonable to me if that list don't apply to you. You should not be making no list. If not, you don't, that list you don't apply to you. So whatever's on that list that you made for that man, you better be that. That's what I look at.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Zach.
I mean, I understand because like everybody wants better, everybody wants more. If you're in a certain predicament, you don't want to be in that same predicament anymore. And if you grew up in the hood, poor, you know, you're not looking for a man to keep you in that predicament, or you're not looking for something on the same level. I understand how women think. You know, they always want more. They want something better than what they got. They want someone to take care of them. They want to be a pastor, princess, or, everybody want more. And I understand that. You just gotta find somebody that got way less than you.
Yeah.
And she'll think the world of you. I swear. Think you're on a whole nother level. That's why a lot of these people go down to like DR and Mexico and move and live out there. Cause I can live like a king off of like a third of the cost up here. I can live like a king down here. I mean, I understand it. Like You know, I'm not mad at it. You know, everybody want more than the situation they got. Come on, score!
Okay.
Let's go! Go blue, baby!
That's what's up. Let's go, Wolverine. Keith.
Yeah. In this, I think if you listen to what they say in comparison to the action that goes behind it, for me, yeah, sometimes they'll ask for too much, but my brother was saying, it's a list, and the list of things sometimes can be too much. It'll be too much to the point where you say, okay, you're not leaving yourself anything to do. You're not leaving yourself in. So
Well, the other part of that too is like what Zach was saying. I ain't dating nobody's trauma. Just like I don't want no woman dating my trauma.
Oh, no,
So at
right,
the end of the day, if you're looking for a sugar daddy,
hold on. Hey, Corey. We need to get that a moment of silence because that was some crazy shit right there, boy.
exactly.
Say
nah, dead ass.
that again. Say that
That's
again,
spot
Yeah,
on.
Corey.
like I don't want no woman dating my trauma. So I wouldn't date a woman in her trauma. And when I hear a woman that actually talks about the
Yeah.
bag a lot, I hear daddy being missed. I hear no brothers. You know what I mean? No girlfriends. Nobody to correct you when you out here like jumping out the window, except maybe those girls. And it's the same way with guys. But if you got people right there to actually say, "Yo, you nutting the fuck out," like you know what I'm saying? It makes therapy and everything makes it better. You have a more honest conversation, even if you are about the bag. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
let the bag be something that you both building to try to get to. I wanted to say this. When I was younger, I wasn't real purposeful in dating. The purpose was to fuck. You know what I mean? And then it wasn't even as I got older. It's when I started to like try to trust women and see where they were. I saw they was in the same place I was. So you got two traumatic motherfuckers trying to date and love each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit wasn't working for neither one of us. So like when we talk about what we want and all this other shit, if we ain't got no examples at home, how the fuck you know what you want?
exactly.
And also, let me say this. God, hold on. It just slipped my mind. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead. It is slipped. The game on. But I
Hey,
heard something. Hold
we'll get back to you, Zach. Hey, I want to say that real quick. You know what that is, Corey? When you got two people with trauma dating each other, my dad used to call it jackass love. That's what it was.
And look, I'm gonna tell you what's wild about that, big dog. I love him for saying that because the
Yeah,
70s and the 80s, that's what we was raised on.
yeah,
Like being me growing up the way I grew up, I was raised on jackass love. So their
yeah.
mom and dad didn't show them how, so of course they didn't show me how. But when I actually watched them interact, it was just that, the jackass love. I told somebody the other day, I said I could be a companion. Remember when you used to go to the barbecue and the motherfucker be there to come with your aunt all the time? You'd be like, that's Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson ain't got no name. He been around for 20 years. He fucking Aunt Mary.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell
it's
yeah.
usually one of your friends that pointed out, is that your uncle right there? You be like this. "No, I don't know what he is.
No, he just tight with the family.
He
on.
always been there."
I remember now. What's really missing from what we have now to what back then? It's like no one no one date the build anymore. Like women don't look for a man like their age or in their um, in their area. They don't look for a man that has potential and help build together. You know,
Mhm.
they more looking for someone that's already established. Now when those women start looking for men that's already established, those established men, you know, most likely they could be older, same age, or they probably already went through the mud with a lot of women not not giving them any love because they was broke. Now they're established. now they looking to dog every woman because what's the point? Because they already know that they only want them for their money. So we don't really date. We don't really date to build. We don't really date men. They don't look for young men with good upside. They only look for like fast money, either fast money or somebody that's already established. I think that's a huge issue. Like it affects men and women, and unfortunately, I don't want to seem like a woman hater, but it do start with women. It really do start with them. Like some of our traumas now was probably caused by women not showing us love because either we didn't have no money or you just ugly, So
I get it.
So it's women really shooting themselves in the foot.
And the good point, Zach. You said shooting yourself in the foot. That needs to sink in with everybody. But Juquarry, what do you think, man? You got that look on your face.
No, I'm just being a married man, and I have a few single female friends or whatever, coworkers that I talk to about relationships at times or whatever. And I don't want to generalize too much, but from their conversations, man, black women don't have a lot of confidence in black men having any sort of life skills nowadays. That's what it all boils down to, because not even nowadays. Every relationship, every long term relationship I've been in, man, I've kind of been in a place where shit, I just I brought home the check and let them take care of shit. Not that I couldn't, but you know them being able to do that, it kind of brought value to the relationship for them. So me not in their words stepping up to to take care of this bill, to do that and do that and do this and do this and do that or whatever. They see they come to see that as a deficiency, and all the time I'm like, well, shit, that's how you wanted it. You were the one who wanted to adhere to these stringent ass gender roles or whatever. So I take the trash out. You pay the motherfucking cable bill. That's just what it is. It's not like I'm coming up short. I got the money. I just ain't sat down at the fucking computer, to send the shit in. Now, I'd like to believe when I found my wife, I didn't go into it with any expectations. I didn't expect her to cook. I didn't expect her to be, Molly maid and taking care of my every whim or whatever. It would have been nice, and sometimes it is nice because she does attend to me that way, for the majority of the time. But that's not the reason why I picked her, and I was shudder to think that she picked me because she's seeing this unrealistic image of me. You know, you get, women. I don't think women really take time to get to know the man, but they know his traits. They know his positive traits, and that's what attracts women to men.
For me, I'm gonna say because I know I hear us say all the time, um, women. It's only the women I know. Let me put that disclaimer out there because like there's women that I've met and um, that actually carry the torch for black men more than we carry it for ourselves. Uh,
Yeah, I give you that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Are
like when
they
we start,
ugly? Are they ugly?
So so
Are they fat?
so hold on,
Is
hold
they
on.
heavy set?
no, 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 no.
Hold on, Corey. That was a
Okay.
good one, Zach. That was a good one. Hey, listen, Corey, you just said what you just said about care more about black men than we did. What do you mean as far as black men not caring? What is that? Elaborate on that a little bit.
Like you had a daughter, you know, like a I don't know who has a daughter, but when you have a daughter and a father relationship, and you actually start to actually share between each other, it builds a character in me, just personally as a man. It builds a character for me to actually see beyond just being a woman or just being this thing to where it has to be an understanding from all of us, like you know anybody involved, like you know what I'm saying. And for us, dating is involving everybody, cousins, aunts. You fuck around and actually say something negative about a guy or a girl, now the family don't like her. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch all of that. And I think I might be getting off the question. So pull me back in, big dog.
You kind of answered it in the sense that, and the only reason why that stuck out to me was I was indirectly taught by my mother and father because they were fiercely, they loved themselves.
Right,
You understand
right.
what I'm saying? I saw them love themselves, the way they
Yeah,
carried themselves. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yes, they had flaws, but the one thing that always stuck out with me and my brothers is our parents, like, as far as they thought a lot about who they were as people.
Exactly. And
You
that's
know
a
what I'm saying?
great starting point. Yeah,
So when I look at it, when I dated, it wasn't a date to do anything but when I was younger, it's for the draws. Now I'm
yeah.
not gonna front about that. But
Right.
once I started to really look at a woman as being serious, I said to myself, could this be my friend?
Yeah. Mm.
Could I be friends with them? Because first and foremost, you
I
know how
wasn't
it is
there.
when you have your friends, right?
Yeah.
You can not like them one day, like, man, this motherfucker. I'm gonna take 2 days break from them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then the next time you seen them, it ain't like nothing occurred. You know what I'm saying? That's how I had to see the women that I was dealing with. Could I be with their friends? No matter how they look,
Right.
no matter how they look, I had to like be able to like you as a person.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Because
And
you got
that's
that
just
again.
me personally. That's not
Yeah.
my
Oh,
personal,
same here. Yeah. Same here.
you know,
That's why
because
it don't no looks for me.
you know, and
Yeah.
now
It's
don't
no
get me
sound.
wrong. Now, look, beautiful. I love beautiful women. You know what
Me
I'm saying?
too.
And but the thing about it is that would not keep me.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because you
When
see
that's all that's
first.
put out in the world, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I like to say this to the young boys. If you still dating after 50 for looks, good luck, nigga.
Yeah.
The shit is going the other way. If they ain't lifting it up, they put this falling down. Men, women, y'all better stop playing, man. Y'all struggle to get to the bathroom, motherfuckers, and be having talking about they got a list. It's you fucking unpeed the bed last night. Oh, I mean, the nigga, or the woman, you know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm, mm. Hey man, shit.
Hey, look, and that's the thing about it is I like I like the sincerity of Zach because Zach, like, look, this is where I am in my lifetime.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Look, I like the flexibility. Keith too
yeah,
like the
Yeah.
flexibility. But
yeah.
look, but we'll keep it a buck though. Keith, you like the flexibility because the path and the journey that you travel. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm.
Absolutely.
You know, because Keith is Uncle Keith to a lot of young men and women.
Yeah. I just sent a message out yesterday. Look, Uncle Healthy, you're back. If you're back balling, Uncle Healthy. Come see your uncle.
Yeah, yeah.
Come see us.
You start laughing.
Mm.
So, all right, the next question I'm gonna ask you guys is this: um, Do you think? Do you think from a single point of view and married point of view too, Juquarry, do you think it is being exaggerated when they say the black relationship is unhealthy? Do you think it's just all social media, or do you think it's some truth to it? I'm talking about between men and women that is unhealthy, because I keep seeing it. I don't believe it personally, but if you do believe it, just give me one reason why you believe it. We'll start with you, Juquarry.
Well, I don't want to put it in the box and say just black relationships, man. Because I don't live in anybody else's shoes. I mean, my own personal relationship has not been 100% healthy at all times. I can't admit that. But that being said, I mean, some of my wife's negative traits are some of the same shit that attracted me to her, and vice versa. I mean,
That's real.
do fucked up people attract each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times that's the case.
And you can get through it.
You can get through it
together. You know what I'm saying?
If I can show coworkers and people in the street grace, with work, then I can come home and I can be a hell of a husband with work.
Right.
I just can't move off autopilot and expect shit to work out.
Right.
Always pray for energy. Keith.
Yeah, I believe that if people are receiving that from social media and then applying it to what they see, I believe that's the perspective they have. I think that's the narrative that's being fed, but I don't believe that realistically, because have met some people that are some women that I've met that are not really hardcore in the social media. It's like they're more grounded, so they have real conversations with you about stuff realistically, and it's less of they're not as judgmental based, jumping to a conclusion based off of something you did or didn't do. So I think that's a narrative that's being fed through social media, that's the situation between black couples and why they're not getting along. I also believe it's true to an extent, but it's that way because of outside interference. But when you get us down and we start having a real conversation and set all of that other stuff to the side and get to really know each other, it's far from the truth.
Okay. Zach, what you think, man?
I think we picked the wrong people. I think we picked the wrong people, and that's why
that's a good point.
These relationships fail so easily. It's like you're chasing the wrong attributes. You should be chasing a nurturer and a lover, nurturer, and not chasing somebody that just got a big butt and a smile. You shouldn't just be chasing a dude with a bag. You should be chasing somebody that has the potential to be a provider, protector, a lover, and someone that won't hurt you. But I think it's all about hurt people. That's all.
Yeah.
Good point. Corey.
I think it's a percentage like everything else, but it's to Keith's point, it's a push narrative. I mean, when you see things that happen in sports and everything else, black men are portrayed a certain way. So I think that's a false narrative that we've been actually pushed. I think the other part is like what Keith said, when you see us together, like Juquarry said, when you see us together and you actually you realize that you're still attracted to this negative, that now weighs and balances each other out. So that's why that relationship can go 20 years. So Zach's point and what he's actually saying, is to be able to recognize and to be able to hear, to be able to understand the person you're with, instead of thinking that you need to choose somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we pick a lot of the wrong people. So that narrative, for me, is definitely pushed. But I think we're a lot stronger together.
So just
So I
speaking
see a
from
lot more of us together. Yeah.
so speaking from I feel that. So speaking from Zach's point of view, right? Do you think we choose the wrong people? And I wanted to ask you this, Zach. Do you think we choose the wrong people because we're in a hurry? Is it
Mm.
do we feel like our lives are sped up once we meet somebody, we got to jump on them quick? Or is it just we just get
That's a
fed off
good
the
question.
superficial?
No, I don't think it's because we're in a hurry. Because if we was in a hurry, like in China, most women get married before they're 25.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't think it's we're in a hurry. I think it's I think we in a hurry. We in a hurry to get rich. Not
Hmm.
find love. So it's and I think it's more superficial than anything.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else think it's superficial, or what do you think?
I think we choose the wrong lovers for the same reason some of us use cocaine, man. The same reason
Yep.
a lot of us
Yep.
use illicit drugs or whatever, man. Because
Yep.
that wrong person at the time is making us feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love, no, nobody,
But
nobody.
why did they try to crack? Why did they try to? Nobody told them about the crack. Nobody.
Yeah, everybody. Look, they got examples of hypes standing right next to them, but
But
feeling
they got to
good.
get their own experience.
Yeah, feeling good, feel good to everybody. So I mean, we don't usually give a shit how we get there, even
Nope.
if it's bad. I mean, that's why people, that's why people are fat, because sweets make them feel good. They overindulge in the things that make them feel good instead of the things that are right. You know,
Yeah.
love is unreal. It's an unrealistic fantasy. To think that love is supposed to feel good all the time. You go through the
So
bad times in love so you can work through those bad times.
yeah.
So number one, when faced with those bad times again, you'll know how to properly address them. And
This
number two, it'll build your own thing up, your own stick to itiveness. Like, yeah, I can do this. I can do anything because I dealt with some dark times at home.
Hmm.
yeah.
If I got dark times at work, shit, I just punch out and leave. Can't punch out and leave your home. Not if you're committed
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Like
Anybody
my
else?
Love is for me, that I want to say what Juquarry said. Love don't have no attachment at all. Love is that unselfish thing that you do, right? I don't know if you guys seen this show on HBO called 100 Foot Wave, but it's this surfer, right? And this is his passion. This is what he loves. He got his family, wife, kids, everything. His wife says something that really like touched me, or like made me think about it for a second, and how unselfish she is. She said he's a great father and a great husband, but that's going to kill him. So she understood that his love was even greater than just having a family, and his passion. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes our purpose in life isn't just family. Love is taught in all of these different elements, right? And love for me is understanding. So there's no bad times in love. It's just we go through things as human beings, and then when we face them, um, depending on what your trauma is or where you come from, you're gonna face that with whatever it is you got. And sometimes we ain't got all the tools to take care of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that person that you pick should actually be the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the man or the woman. That's how that relationship starts to grow. I think I might have got off track again.
Not at all. I don't believe so.
No, 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 not at all, man. Not at all.
yeah.
So
What
go ahead,
what
Keith.
I was
Go ahead.
what I was gonna say was the well, what was I gonna say? Oh, the the what I'll do. My approach. I'll look at things. I'm like a college scout, so I'm looking at them and I'll see what qualities they have, and I'm kind of watching them. If they seem like they got it together, they working, they taking care of home, they kind of got it together, and then in my mind, I'll start saying, "Wow, this, she's really got it together," and then I'll start seeing potential in them, and I say, "Okay, if
Now,
I can get together with them, and I think we
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 could
can have something really special going on." She's got it
Keith
going, and
Barnes,
then when
Keith Barnes,
yes,
Keith
sir,
Barnes, potential is not a proven state though. I
exactly.
mean, a woman could be very, very frugal with her own money, but just be a goddamn fool with yours.
Now you thank you for finishing the statement. I was telling you how I've been messing up. That's how I
This
be
is
messing up. See, you
this
just
this
finished
is
it
how
for me.
this is how they get me every time.
Exactly. Y'all see what they be doing. So I'm telling you my approach, and then when reality kick in, like what you just said, and I'm like, this is a nut. You know, how could I have
now
been so wrong?
let me
But then,
ask you this because some of you guys have been in law enforcement. There's a behavioral specialist, and some of the trainings that you guys been through, me is with the military. Does that actually play a stake in when you actually try to date?
yes, but see, if I would look at it from that perspective, I'd be spot on.
Yeah,
Because I don't. I'm looking at it from then. I'm looking for everything, and
yeah.
I'm looking at it. It's what it is. Everything. I'm taking it as a grain of salt.
For
You're
me, when
telling
I
me
first
something, but
started
I'm
that
looking.
way, I
Yeah.
started out distrustful. So if I could read you and read the whole situation, I'd be like, "Oh, this was she about. This is how I'm gonna play this situation."
Yeah, but see, I'll be looking at that body and all that stuff, and I'll be cheering for him. Man, I want her to be the one.
just
He
He
for
can
said you
just
cook.
for a
be
little.
cheering for him. He
Yeah, I
said,
be pulling for him,
you
man.
can do it. You can do it. Show me.
Come on,
You know
man.
what I
Don't be crazy, man. Just chill out. Just for 6 months.
Hey
mean?
man, you know what? Surprisingly, man, if you ask a woman if she crazy, she'll tell you the truth.
She'll tell
Yep.
you the truth. The crazy one
You.
will tell you. They'll
The
Yeah.
tell
crazy
you.
one will tell you, yeah.
It's not her fault if you don't believe her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I haven't been single in so many years though. But the one thing about it is, I handle my whole life the same way when I was single and being married, right? In this way, I know people can do some very good things for other people, but I also
Yeah.
know that they can be fucked up. No
Exactly.
matter no matter how much they love somebody, no
Yep.
matter how much they want to stay committed, the one thing about it is the one thing that's constant is they're human beings, man. You know what I mean? Where human beings make mistakes, and they make mistakes that they don't want to. Because what they do is they go off of how they feel
Yep.
more than what makes sense.
That's more than half of us on this planet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's why
that's how I see
yeah.
life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love my wife to death, and I'm gonna give her everything that I got. But understand something. It's gonna be times when I'm not gonna like her,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna be afraid of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Well, see now that right there, big dog, what you just said, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that is a mature way of actually dating. And I don't think all of us come to relationships with that ability. You know what I mean? Because that's what I mean when you have
yeah,
yeah.
because you gotta think about it, bro. Honestly, you really gotta love yourself to really deal with somebody else.
Yes, you do.
Because to me, honestly, and this in life, in order for you to be happy, you gotta be happy, be able to make yourself happy, bro. Nobody can
Yeah.
make you happy. Nobody
Yeah.
can make you happy.
No.
A woman can put you in the afterglow, but the afterglow only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
Now it's going back to business again. You feel what I'm saying? Because think about it. Keep what you said. and Juquarry chimed in at the same time. I'm not looking on matching up with a woman because you're gonna run into roadblocks when you do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a checklist and all this, right? But guess what? You always willing to risk it though, ain't you? Like, yo, she crazy, and I know she gonna bust out all my windows, but I gotta try. You know what I'm saying? I gotta risk it.
But see, again, that's the distraction.
Yeah,
That is the distraction. That's
Yeah,
look. It's like Jaquari said. That's your poison right there.
yeah.
Oh man, I gotta go over here, man.
yeah. Yeah. Can I ask a question real quick, Keith?
Yeah.
All right. Has there ever been a situation where either one of the three of you guys have seen bullshit coming from a woman, and she was just like malicious with it, with no respect, but still she had an expectation for you to just stick around and deal with it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And when I was younger, I did that. I stuck around.
Yeah. I've done it since I've been older, but and then it come to a point where after looking every now, well, I've had to do it more than once. And I'll say, I'm not married to anybody. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything.
I always wonder where that came from, man. I mean, because dealing with a man, you know, man, I punch you in your face, man. You cut the fuck off. Fuck you think you is? But then, you know, somebody you laying with or whatever, come and pull some similar shit that you do not stand for from nobody else. but they get a pass, and they know they're getting a pass. But that in no way keeps them from stepping on your toes again.
Yeah.
Because they
Well, you
know
know what
that
that is?
you know the consequences.
Yeah. That's the you tell them it's a sore right here, and they'll put their finger on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is. You know what I mean? Whereas you want to put a band-aid on it and prepare it, they want to stick their finger on it. But again, I don't want to make this about men and women. It goes back to your childhood. What type of love are you able to accept? What's your maturity level in love? You know what I mean? When you go out here to actually try to date these women, that's what I'm asking myself. That's what, you know what I'm saying? And if my maturity level is not that high, I'm not expecting or asking for too much.
Okay.
Because maybe y'all can help me understand this. I've heard on more than one occasion when I was in a relationship with a woman, I asked her, "Why are you doing this? Why are you behaving the way you behaving?" And they said, "Well, I got to make sure a woman's supposed to challenge you. I'm supposed to challenge you to make sure you can handle it. You can do what you need to do." And I said, "Do you understand what the definition of challenge is? That means to oppose. You
The
challenge your
fact that she
opponent. You
used it.
opposition to me." I said, "I'm going through something, and you challenging me. You
Mm-hmm.
part of the problem."
Absolutely.
Hey, look, let me share this with y'all. Then I'm gonna ask the last question of the day. I'm gonna let you guys go. Let me tell you, when I was in younger days, right, there's two things I did not allow in my marriage. I did not allow my wife to out-talk me in front of my sons. Whether I'm right or wrong, I did not allow her to do that. Reason being, because I didn't want my sons to see that it's okay that your woman can talk to you any kind of way, especially if you're not talking to her in a certain way. If you're giving her respect, because I give my wife respect in front of my sons. You understand what I'm saying?
This is where it all starts.
She would not. They will not see me be disrespectful towards my wife, Kia, in front of them, right? So I expect the same thing from her, right? So when they were growing up and they started seeing me as the bad guy, is because I did not allow that. I did not allow that at all. You will not. And I explained that to her. You will not talk to me that way in front of my son because I don't want them to accept that in front of a woman who didn't care about it. You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's
And
real.
sometimes that's what they end up being with.
Yeah.
Right.
A
Yep.
disrespectful woman. Just like
Yep.
a woman will end up with a disrespectful man
Yep.
because they saw that growing up, right?
Yep.
So what changed me when I had to find a better way? I'm sitting there going back and forth. Me and my wife bickering because we never argue. We bicker. So we bickering back and forth, right? And I said to her, and I'm glad I said it. I said to her, I changed everything for this relationship. And said, you didn't change anything. You know what? She looked at me. She looked me straight in the eye. You know what she said to me?
What's it?
I ain't asked you to do
I'm
that.
not you.
Yeah.
I'm not you.
Yep.
And what that did was, it didn't make me angry. It sobered my ass up.
Yeah.
And it
That's
made
real.
me understand. It made me understand that I was putting too much into her to make me happy.
Mm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't good.
Mm.
Okay. Now, real quick, last question of the day. And we'll start with you, Zach. What do you, if you find this woman that you want to be with, what's the one thing you bring to the table? And you would tell her.
You need some help? Okay, Sparks, come help her. What I bring to the table?
Yeah.
Knowledge.
Okay.
A knowledge. A plan. A game plan. Guidance. I ain't bringing no money because y'all don't
But
need none of my money.
hey, good answer though, Zach. See that's what I'm talking about. Look, you got a plan. You understand where you headed to. You know what I mean? Keith.
Yeah, I would just tell her, I'm bringing stability. You're gonna be okay. You may feel the bumps in the bumpy road, but you ain't gonna get hit with shit.
Man,
I'm gonna get
you put
yeah,
me in the mind of a damn Bobby Blue Bland song just now. You
yeah.
said you gonna be okay.
You gonna be good with me. I
Yeah.
got you. You with me? Just like I say, the ride might get bumpy, but you gonna be fine. You ain't gonna have to push and pull the wagon. I got
Yeah,
it. I'm gonna take the hits. You're gonna be okay
no
with
doubt.
me.
No doubt. Corey.
Oh, a better version of me.
Huh?
A better version of me. That's what
Okay.
I offer. Every day, a better version of me.
Okay.
Because when like Keith just said, the bumps and the things that you go through in the road, you two got to figure out how to get through that. And if you can do that, that's a good day.
Okay. Corey, what did you have to add?
You know, if I was out there, shit, I could order you something from IHOP on your way home in the Uber.
You're quite crazy.
I mean,
With
All
the
right,
yeah,
words
well
I
I
look.
mean,
say, that would mean a lot.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You sore, and you're full.
Yeah.
Hey, you
That's
said
all that
you
matters.
sore? Hey, you said you sore and you full?
Exactly.
That's a pretty good night for both of us. Goddamn it.
That's it.
Oh shit. All right, well look. I appreciate all you guys coming on today, man.
Go
Definitely
blue.
great.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you very much, guys. And any last words, Zach?
Michigan, we about to win. It's 20. It's 27-24. We about to
Okay.
pull this one
Oh,
off.
it's tight. It's tight. All right.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Keith, any last words?
Yeah, I'll leave this. This is something from your homegirl, a good friend of mine. She live in Nebraska, but she's from Detroit. She said, baby, don't never have no list. for somebody you want. Cause one day you gonna meet that person that's gonna meet every checkbox on your list. And when you meet them, they gonna have a list and you ain't gonna be on it.
Right. Exactly.
Ain't that the truth? Corey.
That's the status right there.
Yeah. Corey, on you.
He muted.
Are you muted, Corey?
Oh, I'm back.
Can you hear? Okay. Last words.
No,
baby.
I'm with Keith. Keith, Keith got the last words. That shit was too beautiful right there. I needed to say that too. That shit was perfect, man. Tell her
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely. I'm gonna have to watch the podcast. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Juquarry, last words, brother.
Gentlemen, I truly value your time and appreciate your opinions on this subject, man, and other subjects that you spoke on this platform, man. I bid you peace. The peace that you achieve, I hope it extends to others.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
No doubt. Yeah.
Same to you.
Hey, look, I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all did great answers. Zach, always great answers. Keith and Corey, always, man. That's why I be asking you guys to come on, because y'all give it to us real. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't love nobody until you love yourself. So you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
Exactly.
I'm out. I love y'all.
Love you too, man.
Love you too,
Be
man.
easy, Zach. Nice to meet you.
All right, Dale.
All right, Corey, Keith, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you.
Anytime, big dog.
All right. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your weekend, man.
All right, y'all do the same, baby.
Love y'all, brothers.
Love y'all,
All
man.
right. Love y'all.
All right,
Take
man.
care.
Peace.
Peace.